And by now, what you also notice is you hear a hubbub at the, like, I guess you can say the entrance of the marketplace, where you see just, like, almost a fleet of police officers, like, asking people about, like, have you seen this description? Yeah, police
what
are
did the
coming.
hand look like?
Not human.
It was an alligator.
Ah, Jesus! So now you're in a position.
You see me
Do you
go.
help your friend, or do you follow the four-fingered man?
Oh no.
And you don't even know about the Lang Fu cultists yet, because you don't know what they look like. Reginald would definitely never tell you.
No.
Lei might, but I'm gonna go off the assumption you don't know. He never got a time to tell you what they look like. Or even if he told you, you've never personally seen one, so you didn't put two and two together that the description is them.
You just see me go. Again, this is just like the river monsters of the Amazon. You see me kind of like just like walk over like this is normal everyday business and just kind of start climbing down
Into the sewer.
Yep.
I'll look to the four-fingered man because I'm way too far away and I'm not confident in my abilities to get to him. So I'm gonna go down the sewer as well to try to help Reginald.
All right. So what you see when you get into the sewer is Reginald is locked in combat with a gigantic fish man. Like it's like this kind of strange catfish man, like that's just kind of like holding him and like trying to like push his head into the water and stuff like that. But it's like this weird kind of like it's not like a well, you two haven't seen a deep one yet. So first of all, roll me sanity because you've never seen one of these before. These are like this gigantic fish man is like literally drowning your friend in front of you.
I got mine. 40 out of 58.
40 out of 58. All right.
Hard success.
Hard success. Okay, so both of you roll me a d4, and that's how much sanity damage you take. Okay, so you take 4 sanity damage, Chase.
Great.
I also
No,
got
I don't know. You got 4 as well.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's how it woof.
So yeah, you get down to the sewer and you're like, ah, fuck! There's like this big man. So with that, we'll go to Reginald.
Wait, first I put a hand on William and I say, hold on. The rule is you gotta wait till he asks for help. You gotta wait till he says the safe word. And we'll know what it is when he says it.
So this giant catfish to Reginald, because you've seen a whole variety of deep ones at this point. So roll me a sanity anyway, because you weren't really expecting one right here, right now. You fail? Okay, roll me a d6.
3, right in the middle.
3. Okay, so you take 3 sanity damage. Yeah, this giant catfish thing is drowning you. Out of your, knowledge of deep ones, you realize that this one is more of a primordial one. Like, it's not as human as, like, say, the big blowfish one was, or, like, any of the gang members are, which are hybrids and stuff like that. This one is more of a monster than it is a man. It's just shaped like a man, and that's where the similarity kind of stops. But it's got, like, this gigantic mouth and, like, all these tiny little needle teeth, these gigantic whiskers that it's kind of using as a whip occasionally on you. And it actually has tangled one of your arms in its whisker. And it's got, like, these really sharp webbed fingers and one of them is kind of, like, on your chest, kind of pushing you into the water as it's, like, kind of trying to use the other one to kind of scratch at you sometimes. That's the situation you're in.
Would you like to resist? I would like to draw upon my mighty panther strength and bite its whisker with my mouth.
Yes, roll with advantage because your panther milk is still in full effect. Success, a hard success. All right, nah, you rolled it 3 times, so you're good. I got a hard success. Roll a d10 for damage. It's a catfish, so it's got very soft skin. Like, it's not as armored as, like, one of those crazy, like, blowfish or anything like that.
5.
5 damage. Alright. So, you, like, literally rip a chunk out of it, and it's like, and it, like, lets you go a little bit, and kind of backs off a little. And it sees that you have friends, and it starts to snarl. I want to say, Max and William, you have a moment to react.
We're in a sewer.
You're in a sewer. The big catfish man.
I want to see if there are any flammable gases like methane in this sewer.
I mean, it is a sewer in the 1920s. The whole place might be. Because it's just full of poop. It's sewage and grossness.
Has everyone seen Blade 2?
Yes.
I have not seen.
You haven't?
I probably
man, so
okay.
good.
Here's the thing. I probably have, but it's probably been
The timeless
25 years.
I'm gonna pull out the flame bottomizer
Yes.
and I'm gonna say, "Prepare to submerge, gentlemen."
Amazing. I guess roll science is what we determined for your gadgets and gizmos.
Hard success.
Nice.
I'm so
Okay.
hard right now.
What happens? Tell me what happens, because I've never seen Blades.
So, basically, I'm telling everyone to get like under the liquid level, and I'm gonna, yeah, and I'm gonna ignite the methane in the air, causing like a big explosion of flammable gas. But we'll be protected by the sewage water that we're in.
So, here's what happens. That exact thing happens. From the street level, to make it as comically as possible, you see, all these police officers kind of like asking people, have you seen these men and stuff like that, describing these people. They say, oh, I think he went that way and everything like that. And then you just see every sewer on the street just go... like, just like a really quick, like... and then everyone just kind of goes, whoa. And then business as usual happens. We cut back into the sewer, and there's a cooked catfish man that is just like next to you as you're all kind of standing together, perfectly unharmed. The catfish man is definitely cooked and dead.
I will finish eating the whisker.
You have dinner for the next 3 weeks.
Max says, "Who dropped this baby Ruth?" As he picks it up and goes,
Take 20 sanity damage.
I didn't know that they came with corn in them.
It wasn't a baby
the
Ruth.
1920s are low.
It
on
was
peanuts.
a Twix. All right, but yes, now you're all standing in a sewer with a dead catfish man.
What does it smell like?
It smells like cooked catfish and poop. Half good, half bad.
We'll continue picking at the carcass and say, unfortunately, this man got the better of us again. I can't seem to catch him, no matter with even the panther milk flowing through my veins. I don't know what to do about this.
I also start to eat the carcass.
You're no stranger to things like this. I mean,
I know, it's normal.
it's just like that one time in Cambodia.
Exactly.
When we ate the wolf man.
when you ate the lougarou in New Orleans.
Exactly. I just tore off a haunch after Reggie had put it on a spit.
I've never seen one of these fish people things before, so I'm gonna pull out my little science kit and like with tweezers and like a vial, like collect some samples of like its scales and shit to study later.
Haven't you been at a
You
Friday
can't
night
tell
fish
what
fry
shit
bar?
is it though. What shit is its and what shit is just the sewer shit. So I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I can say you got a vial of deep one catfish.
Excellent. I'm gonna write that down because that's gonna become really important later.
Like the haunted
Pop out
organ
the
key.
eyeball, start to drink
Put
its
it next-
fluid.
Ew.
Exactly. Slow boat number 2. Okay.
It is
have
the
a-
number 2.
Fish man tissue sample.
Make sure you mention catfish man. There are multiple
man.
different types.
Got it.
But yes, yeah, you're in a sewer.
And I will say his precognition does seem to be quite the advantage.
But
Does
he
not.
was-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I seem to notice when I hit him with the mango, didn't look like he was expecting that. What could be significant about mangoes?
Well, they're delicious. We know that.
This is true. Yes.
Is it mango citrus? It's not, is it?
And citrus is commonly known to block foresight from premonitions.
That's what I'm thinking.
Does it
That's
count
gotta
as
be
a
it.
melon? Maybe.
What is a mango?
You ever heard of this?
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
It's an
Oh, this
edible,
mango mystery, it's the last thing we do.
it's an edible stone fruit produced by the tropical tree Magnifera indica, which may have originated in the northwestern region of Myanmar. That is where the answer is, my friends.
We have
Let's
to go
go.
to Myanmar.
And buy the next train tickets to Myanmar.
I don't know where Myanmar.
Did you have a line of sight on you? Maybe it's only things you can see. You can know
No,
what happens.
they did not. But I think the tropical fruit is the key, Reggie. Not your silly
That's true.
intuition on not being able to see me.
If memory serves, an irregular egg-shaped fruit, which is a fleshy drupe. It can be round, oval, hot, or kidney-shaped.
Fleshy droop. It's not the first time someone's called me a fleshy droop.
I'll eat another piece of catfish.
That's just totally go insane.
You just like break a finger off. I almost want to make you roll sanity on catfish, but it just tastes like catfish. It was a man at one point, maybe, I guess. I don't know how this works.
Like,
You don't know how this works.
Raw mango can be used in the making of pickles and chutney.
Did you ever have pickled mango?
Not yet.
Ah, yes. Well, I remember in India when you were out chasing the kangaroo in the wilds of the mountains there. I did have a pickled mango smoothie.
That's why you can't tell you're coming. You're the key, Max.
I am mango.
I am the mango.
Did you know it's
We all
also
die
the
insane
national
in a
fruit?
sewer.
What's
Of
your
not
guys' sanity at again?
No, it's not all.
50.
It's the national fruit of not one but 3 countries. So I've been told.
Mine's 53.
I want to say some time passes and you're able to get out of the sewer. Only so that I can at least have like Lei to kind of help interact with you, so you don't talk about mangoes for the next 30 minutes. But yeah, I want to say some time passes. You get out of the sewer. The police are no longer looking. You do see the occasional wanted sign for people that look like you, like sketches of you guys in the market. But the market seems to be closing down. A lot of people are starting to go home and everything like that. And Lei catches up to you all, and he's like, "Oh my God, where the hell were you guys? I've been looking all over for you. I thought you got killed or something."
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'm doing my belt.
Why do you smell like shit and catfish and mango? And is that panther? Did you use the panther?
A little bit of the peppermint, yes.
Oh my
All
God!
3 of us come out with a full glass, sipping on it. Did
Well,
you happen to see where the 4-fingered man went?
no, I was completely lost. I saw a smoke bomb go off in the horse racetrack, and then I ran in the other direction because I didn't know who threw that, and then I just couldn't find you guys for like 2 hours.
You're useless.
Yeah, pretty much. One thing I did notice, though, to not be useless, is that when we were talking about the Cannondrome, I noticed that what was his name? Henry? The Henry guy. He mentioned that they couldn't get a book somebody to play music at their clubs. And they mentioned Phyllis never showing up, but we know what happened to Phyllis. R.I.P. But we don't know what happened to Mary G. And I know Mary G only because she's just a famous local musician. Like, my dad had a record of her when we were young. So the fact that she's missing might be something. I don't know anything outside of the fact that she used to sing a song called it's called
What we could do.
Yu Yi Gi Gu Gu Nyan, which means there is this one girl in English. That was her most famous thing that she used to sing all the time. But I don't know anything outside of that.
You know, Reggie, that reminds me of the time in New Zealand where we had to entertain the native tribes. You remember that?
I do. You played the harpsichord wearing nothing but your skivvies, and I danced like there was no tomorrow.
Oh, the sweat that flew off your body hydrated the tried for weeks.
Lei's
Yeah.
just enraptured because he's like, "Where's this going? This is gonna bust it all open."
So should we put on a musical act for?
We could be the entertainment of this club. See what happens. William, do you play any instruments of any sort?
Well, if the human body could be considered an instrument,
It can.
then yes.
I was gonna say the other thing is we could just ask around about Mary Z. I don't think we.
Oh,
I could play the tongue harp. That's it. Like,
Well, we've got the makings of a band. We've got a harpsichord, a mouth harp, a skin flute or something that William can play, and
the tongue harp.
yeah, it's a little like metal thing you put in your cheek and you go bang bang bang. That thing. I used to play it when I was
Mouth
bored.
harp.
Yeah.
That tongue harp is better. They take a real tongue and put it in there. So we shouldn't just be the entertainment. Maybe we should just ask around about the missing entertainment.
I don't think we need to really entertain these rich bureaucrats with their business ideals. Fuck that.
well, it'd be more be, making ourselves bait was more the intent there. But yeah, I was asking around.
Yeah,
Sounds
sure.
fun.
Well,
You are a master at that.
I mean, should we be asking around if there's wanted posters of our face plastered everywhere?
Were there
Trying to think.
posters? What did they see? What did
Lei's
they
just
see?
like thinking of things. I mean, disguises.
Oh yes, we're good at that.
But yeah, that's what. So, yeah, you guys discussed the four-fingered man. Seemingly didn't think a mango was coming for him, so he seems to have some sort of like window with his, or some sort of thing with his precognition that isn't foolproof. You've discovered. You discovered Mary G is missing based on a really quick thing. This four-fingered man has seemingly hit multiple gambling establishments. He won this thing called the trifecta, which apparently is, well, you aren't exactly sure what it is, but to be completely fair with you, all it was he won three different gambling establishments, is what you probably find out if you looked into that. I forgot to mention that at some point, so I made a big deal about, oh, what's the trifecta? It's just code that he won it at three places. He won it at the place that you saw the first time, this time, and then a different time before you guys caught on to him. That's
What? Are there any other gambling establishments nearby?
well, there's the Cannondrome, so you can go to well, there's the Great Amusement Place. There's there's a dog track you haven't been to. That's a gambling place. You aren't exactly sure if he's going to keep doing this or not.
Where has he won already?
He has won at the Great Amusement World place that you guys found him the first time. He won at the what's it called? The place you just were, the horse racing track. And then you don't know what the third one is. You can ask around about that.
But is that all three places that are nearby?
That's the three big ones, which is why they called it the trifecta.
Okay.
You can assume it might be like the dog track or one of the other casinos that's in the Cannondrome. Well,
is the market closed, or are there people
it's starting to close. I mean, you can ask around. Yeah.
Oh, it's starting to close?
Yeah, it's starting to close. There's vendors and stuff. Although, it's starting to get like kind of dark out because you've had a long day. This whole day started with like you guys investigating headless people, and then eventually it devolved into talking to Victor. Oh, you discovered headless people. You went to the Green Gang. You then went to Victor Sassoon, then had a chase down, and then you stayed in a sewer for 2 hours. So it's starting to get to like sundown. So what you could do, Lei is just like, we could ask around here. However, there's a wanted sign of us right there. So what we might want to do is call it a night, get disguises, change things up, look again in the morning. We could go out for dinner.
I'm craving a mango sorbet right now.
I walk over to the tropical fruit stand.
And he has sorbets.
Well, I was gonna say I put down a quarter and I slide it over.
Your salary. This is 1923.
I know. It's a lot of money in Shanghai, China. Yeah.
Keep the mangoes flowing.
Yeah, no. In all honesty, you guys can sit down. You guys could sit down for mango like smoothies and stuff at this stand, and the guy will just kind of keep them coming.
But I also I want to load up my jacket just full of mangoes.
You paid for him.
Make
He's cool.
armor out of the skins.
Got 6
It's
mangoes.
the only thing that'll stop him from ever noticing us.
His kryptonite. I thought that I would know what that is.
No, you would. Wait, no. When was Superman invented? Maybe not. Who's Superman?
The 20s, wasn't it?
Probably. I know he was around for World War II, but that's in 20 years.
That's in the 40s, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you have like essentially a bartender serving you mango smoothies. The sun's starting to get down, so you start seeing some of the gas lighting turn on and everything like that. This guy doesn't seem like, you see the guy that's running this stand kind of look over at the wanted sign, and then he saw the money that you gave him, and he just kind of decides it's not as worth it to turn you in. So he's just kind of. Oh, actually, you know what? Roll me fast talk. Let's see if he does. That should be.
It's really hard for me to lose.
That feels
this.
like a roll.
1930, so a little bit later.
35 out of 65.
Yeah. Okay. So he decides.
And if it was my charm, I have 90 on charm.
Jesus. Yeah. So he's cool with you guys. Just and he'll even like. It's one of those stalls that has those like little curtain things that you can put around the people eating. So he puts that around you guys.
So tell me, did you ever see a man with only 4 fingers on his right hand?
Lei kind of translates that. He just kind of shakes his head and says,
Where do you get your mangoes?
He says he gets them from a local supplier. There's like a farm in town or something.
Where's the farm? No.
It's I don't know, local. It's like a farm town outside of Shanghai. I was about to say I don't know actual town.
Way outside Mongolia. You can't make.
I'll Google Maps it if you need me to. But it's just like no, it's a local
what's
farm.
What's the name of the entertainer?
The entertainer. Oh, Mary G.
You ever hear of Mary G?
That he perks up to a little bit, and Lei just kind of translates and he goes, "Yeah, she's a famous local singer. Plays at a lot of bars and stuff like that. Hasn't been around in a bit."
Where's her usual hangout?
The big place she enjoys hanging out is called the Belt King Social Club.
The Belt? And you said she hasn't been around for a while. What do you mean a while?
It seems like she just kind of disappeared like a year ago.
Oh, jeez.
Like, people have been trying to book her and everything like that, but she's just kind of fallen off the face of the earth. Like, not necessarily that, like, oh, there's been, like, no trace of her or anything like that. It's more like she just kind of, like, stopped answering calls and stopped responding to things and nobody can seem to find her.
But the Belt King Social Club was her usual spot, you say?
That's the place she liked to play the most because her boyfriend runs that place.
I see. And this boyfriend, does he have any aversion to mangoes?
He looks over at Lei. No. No, he probably likes them. I don't.
Fair. So, boys, what do you think we should do? We're literally covered in crap. Eating sorbet, but...
You then just notice that the guy who runs the stand has a clothespin over his nose. You thought it was just fashion. It was just local fashion. No, it's you.
Perhaps a nice bath. We retire and hit things hard tomorrow. Start coming down off this panther milk. I could use a nice rest.
You get the you get that bad hangover with those panther milk shots. Told you to stop taking the pure stuff. You got to start cutting it, Reggie.
No, I won't have the same speed.
One thing I like to imagine is when you inject yourself with panther milk, your chest hair gets sharp.
My mustache definitely does too.
Don't you remember the witch doctor said every time you take a shot, it takes 5 years off your life?
And a lesser man would vomit and shit himself if you were to take it.
His nipples grew 3 sizes that day. With the bathroom.
But I could turn in unless I mean, we need a bath. A bath is going to happen, I think, before we do any
I
sort
looked
of.
at the man. I'm like, where can we get a hot bath and a good night's rest?
Well, there's there's a bathhouse not too far from here. Either that, or you guys do have an apartment you've rented out that you could just go there. But yeah, there is a bathhouse close by if you want to go there. Have a night of it.
Yeah,
Let's do our casual anime scene.
We haven't had an anime bath out scene at all in this.
This is the time. This is the time to do it. This campaign.
We're covered in shit. We're going to the bathhouse.
We're gonna be sexy boys covered in shit in a bathhouse.
I got 12 mangoes.
I don't think to be honest, it's gonna be funny. You're gonna like make all these plans, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I can't wait to take a bathhouse. Like, here, it's a natural hot spring. Oh my god, it's gonna be great." You're turned away at the door because you're covered in fucking shit, and so you have to settle for your apartment.
I try and sneak around the back.
Now let's
you accidentally get into the girls' spring.
My nose starts to bleed.
Yeah, your nose explodes. Anime now. But yeah, I want to. Well, it's nighttime. You've been turned away from the bathhouse.
We'll fast forward to the next day.
Okay, I was gonna say if you guys want to have a night of it or whatever.
At some point, like, and I'm not trying to get too meta about it, but like, when he's alone and maybe using some kind of like psychedelic help, William wants to like replay in detail the events, like examining the events in the alleyway when Max threw the mango and hit the guy. He's trying to analyze it like in a memory palace sort of way, trying to like look at every detail.
It's when you're in the shower and like you'll have flashes and you have your hand on the tile.
Exactly.
And I'm still talking to him through the window. I'm like, yeah, well, this is what happened.
Max is in the room with you, taking his shit on the toilet.
Narrating it, yeah. But I'm trying to like, I'm actually trying to do that.
Powwowing about it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like intellectual through it. Like, is there like some angle, anything like, you know how what was it in the movie Sherlock when he like does the discombobulate scene where he like
you're thinking about everything. Is there any question you'd like to ask? I'll give it to you if you have it.
Well, not a question. Like, is there anything that stood out in the interaction? Like, what caused him throwing the mango to be effective, but throwing a grenade the day before he saw it? So I'm trying to see, like, was there something strange about that interaction?
Or when we shot him.
Give me an intelligence check, and maybe I'll think of a way to work
Can I
it.
assist since I'm telling the story, or anything? We're counting it together.
No, I want to say this is gonna be because it's a memory, and you're not entirely. It's not like you can really get new information out of it. But you might be able to come to some sort of thing. Did you just roll it? Was it this hard?
I haven't rolled it yet.
Oh, success.
Nice. Oh, my intelligence is 90 as well. Nice.
So.
Nice.
The only thing you might be able to gauge from it is that, okay, he was walking briskly, seemingly like he kind of knew that nothing bad was going to happen, and he'd just make it as long as he kept up a good pace. Whereas the time in the gambling in the casino, he was definitely being chased and knew it. And he knew that he had to do things in order to prevent him from being caught. Whereas this was more of a, he seemingly knew that other things would come to stop whoever was chasing him. So all he had to do was walk fast and it would be fine. Is maybe what you're thinking. Because he was definitely very much more on the defense when you were chasing him in the gambling establishment. But this time, seems like he just kind of knew if he just kept it up, he'd be fine. And like, Mango wasn't part of that plan, I guess.
Is there trying to, so the things going through William Cartwright is, determinism versus free will, and can our choices affect what's happening? Clearly, yes, his precognition is not perfect. So you just have to do, what is unexpected or unplanned for. Interesting. Okay.
As Max is explaining on the toilet, Reginald's in the shower with William, and we're all recounting it together. Yes.
Yeah,
course.
exactly. Stretching out my hammies in the shower.
Lei's just having a smoke out. Like, he's got the window open, and he's just smoking as he leans out the window. It's a very 1920s thing. He's wearing his button-up shirt, but he's unbuttoned it, and he just lets the tie hang. He looks fucking sexy. He's like 1920s sexy.
Part of it, and since we're all sitting here talking, like, part of me wonders that if, and forgive me for suggesting it, Reginald, if we would have left you in the sewer to that fish man and continued to pursue the four-fingered man, could we have caught him? He knew we were going to be intercepted.
Yeah, you feel free to do that next time. I would have eaten the catfish raw.
The real eat him before he eats you situation.
The sushi. Yes, the giant sushi. Just like our time in Tokyo. Well, what I wonder is if that's something to read on, like if he's running, that means that he knows that we're about to do something. But if he's just chill and walking, that other circumstances are probably going to stop us. I wonder if that's something we can use.
I should have shot him.
I don't think you had a gun on you.
He's got his elephant gun.
I got my knife.
You were at Victor Sassoon's VIP lounge. I'm pretty sure they didn't mention
the knife is always right here.
The knife you might have had, though, but you just had to
don't cut off your nipples.
You just see his shirt just turn red. Ow!
Well, my skin sheath. I had to reopen it.
Would you guys like a list of open questions that you currently don't have? Based on things you know.
That we currently don't have.
I think I know what we don't know. We don't know where this
known unknowns. Give us the list of known unknowns.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. How about you all ask questions, and like, what questions do you have? And then instead of me giving you questions, I got
a bunch of notes.
Yeah.
So like, somehow this is all related. The beheadings, some sort of gang, the four-fingered man, and this missing lounge singer. And someone, and the guy keeps winning at casino games. How do they relate? There's my question.
That's a good question. Boiling it down a little bit further, Lei says, we don't know the four-fingered man's name. We keep calling him the four-fingered man. We don't know what gang he might be part of. We have a strange notebook that has accurate predictions in it. That is his, but it doesn't have his name anywhere in it. We don't know. The victims of the beheadings seem random. Like, there seems to be no rhyme or reason for the people who are being beheaded. We don't know who's doing the beheadings, and we don't know where the heads are going. And we don't know very much at all about Mary G and why she's disappeared. But we do have a lead on her. We can go to the Bellevue Social Club.
My interests lie more with Mary G. I was a fan of Phyllis. I was going to say Dilla, but that can't be it.
It's Phyllis Barnes.
There we go. I have her record still, and I would. I'd be keen on seeing this second performer, trying to find her whereabouts.
I mean, it's the only lead we have, so yeah.
At the moment, yeah.
As we literally scrape the crap off our bodies.
Oh god.
We're just waffle stomping it down the drain.
I hate it so much.
And we have to go out to buy new clothes. So we have a whole shopping episode to do.
Correct.
Yes.
So
we could stretch this one adventure into like 10 sessions at least.